What if I told you that the iPhone you're holding right now could have an even brighter, longer-lasting, and more power-efficient display, but Apple isn't ready to make the change yet? That's exactly what's happening with LG's new Tandem OLED technology. Apple has already used this display in the latest iPad Pro models, but when it comes to the iPhone, things are moving much slower. And here's the interesting part. It might take until the year 2028, yes, for years from now before we actually see this new display on an iPhone. So what's the story? Well, according to a new report out of Korea, LG Display has been trying hard to convince Apple to use its Tandem OLED panels for the iPhone lineup. Despite multiple pitches, Apple hasn't given a green light. Instead, it seems Apple is being very cautious about making the switch right now. The goal for LG is to get Tandem OLED into the iPhone 20, which is expected to launch in 2028. That would also mark the 20th anniversary of the iPhone, a perfect moment for Apple to introduce a major upgrade. Just like they did back in 2017 with the iPhone X and its all-screen design. So, what makes Tandem OLED so special? In simple words, it's about stacking two OLED layers on top of each other. This design means the display can get brighter while using less power. Not only that, but it also extends the lifespan of the screen. That means sharper visuals, improved efficiency, and potentially better battery life for your iPhone. Think about it. One of the biggest complaints iPhone users have is battery life. If a new display can use less energy and last longer, that's a huge win. And Apple knows this, but as usual, they want to be absolutely sure before adopting any new technology at a massive scale. There's also a simplified version of Tandem OLED that Apple has reportedly considered. Instead of doubling all 3 subpixels red, green, and blue, it only doubles the blue ones. Why blue? Because blue pixels usually wear out faster and use up more power compared to red and green. By reinforcing the blue layer, Apple could extend the life of the display while keeping production costs lower. If this works out, future iPhones wouldn't just look brighter, they'd also run more efficiently and keep your screen looking fresh for years. But here's the big question. Why wait until 2028? Part of it comes down to production. Mass-producing Tandem OLED displays at the scale Apple requires is no small task. Apple ships hundreds of millions of iPhones every year, so any new technology has to be reliable, cost-effective, and easy to manufacture. LG needs time to prepare for that. Another reason could be strategy. Apple likes to save its biggest upgrades for special moments.